All right. Question one: how did we meet? We met at Luke and Dave's apartment. Can't remember what date, but I just remember that we were drinking that night, and then Michaela and Anna came over to use some of our alcohol, which was not cool, but I allowed it because I saw Anna walk in. If it was Michaela, I wouldn't really allow it, but since Anna walked in, I was like, all right, she's really good looking, so I'll allow it. But yeah, met at Dave and Luke's apartment, and yeah. Three words to describe Anna. Number one would be patient, because she has to deal with me all the time. She's very smiley. She smiles all the time, probably because she deals with me all the time. Pretty funny every now and then. And then the last one is just, I think I would describe her as very consistent. She's very consistent, like her daily routine. She's very consistent, and as bad as it sounds, she's very consistent to wait until the last minute to doing homework and assignments and anything like that. But she's very consistent in a lot of the good things in life, and she's one of those people that I'm like, I can always kind of count on her to wake up at, I don't know what time she wakes up. I think it's like 5:30. But even if she's going to bed at 11, I can always count on her on waking up at 5:30 no matter what. But yeah, so she's very consistent, smiley, and patient. Who said I love you first? My prideful side would want to say that it was her, because she has a major crush on me. But it was definitely me. I think I probably said I love you probably the first day that like we got back from summer break. I I want to say it was either outside of Molly's house or um, maybe in the Swig parking lot, something along those lines. But it was definitely the first day that we got back. I knew it from like way before, but I didn't want to say it over text because yeah, that's not the cool way of doing it. So yeah, I waited up until like we got back, and then it was definitely me, even though she's literally in love with me and has the biggest crush on me. She does not like to hide it, but yeah, definitely me. Favorite memory? Let's see. I think obviously proposing to her. I mean, that's really got to count for something. Um, Proposing to her, just kind of seeing like the look on her face when you get down on one knee and you just see like the look in her eye, and just see kind of like her eyes kind of just like light up. Definitely that, just like seeing her outwardly very excited, very happy, and just being in that moment with her. And then second would definitely be when we went to the Brazilian steakhouse for her birthday, and she got to see me eat so much food that it made her laugh. I think it was like cry laugh too. I don't know, but I ate so much food. So those are definitely top two. One's the serious one. One's like the funny one. What was the first thing you noticed about Anna? First thing I noticed, just because I was at eye level, so if I'm getting really technical here, this was the first thing I noticed, was her legs, because I was sitting in a chair when she walked in, and boom, just right eye level with her quads. By the way, great legs, top tier legs of all time. So yeah, first thing I noticed about her was her legs, but then like if you're talking about like you know face and stuff like that. Obviously, like I described before, it was definitely her smile. Seeing her kind of just light up, and I was like, Well, she's really good looking. And then, you know, obviously, yeah, I'm going to be honest here. The first thing I noticed was her legs, but then, she turned around and I saw her butt. Okay, she has a really big butt. Sue me, sue a brother for that. Okay, but yeah, those were the first things I noticed about her: smile, legs, and her big butt that she has on the back side of her. That's really great. Where's our first kiss, or when was our first kiss? All right, I have it detailed. It was August 24th, right outside of Molly's house on Happy Valley, and I just remember her running up to me and me giving her a giant hug, and then I was like, "Is this the right moment? Is this the right moment to do this?" We hadn't seen each other in like months, so obviously that was the right moment to do it. So, yeah, yeah, it was outside of Molly's house, August 24th. I'm trying to think of the time. I don't know if I have the time, but I have a lot of the details, so the details matter. Hopefully, Anna, if you're watching this, you are appreciative of the details, because your kissing ability was prompted me to really realize and hone in on what day and where exactly we were. So, I'm not going to say you're a great kisser, but, marrying you for a reason. When did you know you were in love with Anna? Let's see. It was way before I actually said I love you to her. A lot of people, they just like, yeah, they're like, oh, I'm like, I love this girl, but then it happens right on the moment. But again, I was waiting until we got together, in person to like see, if that moment was the right moment. Obviously, I knew I loved her, but you know, I didn't know if she loved me back. Yeah, but yeah, I knew just pretty much like over summer while we were talking. Definitely one of those where I was like, you know, not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna work out at all, just because we were talking on the over text and then on the phone, and I was like, all right, this is probably gonna go, whatever. It's just gonna be the same thing. But then when we started like actually talking more, FaceTime and calling each other and everything like that, and I literally spent like 2 hours outside of the gym just waiting to go into the gym, but I was still talking to her, so I wasn't even like worried about what was going on. Definitely those conversations of just like being with, like, sitting there talking with her, talking about life, was definitely one of those where I was like, yeah, there's something about this girl that, I kind of want to keep forever, and not be stupid and mess it up. So I didn't mess it up. I wasn't stupid. Let's see. Question 8. Who is Anna's celebrity crush? Um, so I actually have no idea who her celebrity crush is, but I know exactly what she's gonna say. So when you guys ask her this, she's gonna sit there and she's gonna go, I don't know. I don't even think I have a celebrity crush. Like, I don't even know anybody. I know faces. I just don't know names. That's exactly what she's gonna say. So if she doesn't say that, then I have no idea what she's gonna say. I can't even give you a guess. But yeah, I genuinely believe that she doesn't have a celebrity crush, and she's gonna say those exact words of like, I don't know. I'm good with faces, not names. Question 9. What's the most romantic thing I've ever done for Anna? Good Lord, I'm not a romantic person at all. I mean, I definitely like would count proposing to her. I know like you guys at the party are gonna be like, "Wow, real original there, Kody," but stop, okay? Definitely that. I don't know. I don't do like straight like romantic things. Like, it's not like one big romantic act. It's just like a lot of like little like simpler acts. Like, always making sure that, I open her door when she gets into the car, opening the door when she goes, a lot of opening of doors, I would say. But, just kind of like, I don't know. The thing about it is like, I'm obviously very comfortable with being around Anna, so like I just talk to her how like I normally would talk to somebody. I call her like stupid, dumb, and gay all the time. But obviously just like the big things like proposing to her. I'll buy her gifts all the time. She doesn't like it, but I do it anyway. And then like, like I gotta send her money. This makes me sound like a freaking sugar daddy. I'm not her sugar daddy, okay? But like I send her money, like since being away from her, I send her money to make sure that she has like groceries and stuff, and she has enough money for groceries and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I feel like on the outside, people would be like, oh, that's a sugar daddy, but if I'm a sugar daddy, I'm a sugar daddy. I don't really care. She has a big butt, so it's really great. And then lastly, question 10, what am I most excited for in marrying Anna? I mean, just kind of like the basic stuff, just like waking up together, kind of, especially like on weekends and stuff like that, just waking up and having the whole day together and just, I don't know, like experiencing life with her and experiencing different things, going through life together, obviously, like, when we're younger and being young people married and stuff like that, and then eventually like getting to the stage of life of like having kids and doing all that and seeing her become like a parent and a mom and everything. Like that's probably the biggest thing that I'm excited for. But yeah, I mean, just having somebody to like share every experience with for the rest of my life, whether it's good or bad, and just having like a support system that I come home to every day, and somebody that I know that I can count on for the rest of my life, and not not have any second thoughts about, and just being super comfortable with them around all the time, and just kind of just being able to feel loved and love on them all the time, is something that obviously is probably it's something that I think a lot of people take for granted. But obviously with someone like Anna, it's definitely something that she portrays all the time, is that she's a very loving individual. She'll do anything for anybody, and the fact that I get to be like the main one, like the main person that she loves, is probably the coolest thing, because I'm just freaking Kody, and she's like this great human being that's super nice and super genuine with other people, and I'm just somehow, some way, I managed to get her. I don't know how I did it. I don't know if my parents are paying her really good money, but if they are, keep it up, because she's definitely like genuinely the love of my life, and somebody that I just always want to spend every waking moment with, and will never get tired of her. And then lastly, obviously sex, because she's really hot, and she's freaking, she's super hot. You guys are sitting there right there with her right now, look at her. Just everybody take a minute, look at her, look how hot she is. I get that for the rest of my life, okay? So, don't want to brag, but I'm going to brag.